table who's ready. Table 4, you may come down to the carpet. To your desk, please. Table 3, wow, you look great. You can come down to the carpet. Table 2, you may come down. Table 1, thank you, Beckham. I love how you have a bubble in your mouth. Table 6, and table 5. William, you're sitting at the crate table, correct? Are you sitting with the people that you need to be sitting behind? I need you to be sitting in your rows. Can you come scoot to the front, please? Can you come right in here? Thank you for doing that so quietly. Okay, so to start today's lesson, we're going to go ahead and watch a really short, fun video, okay? I can do some math. Can you do some math? We can do some math. We can do some math. That looks really hard. No, it's really not. Can you show me how? Yes, I can show you how. When you add 2 digits, you always start in the 1 place. Next, go to the 10 place. Think this hard, well, let me show you how. Well, you start in the 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Then you go to the 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. I'm just gonna add. Shake it up, shake it up. If it's 9 or below, drop it low, low, low. If it's 10 or above, just shove, shove, shove. Get the problem right, then you know what to do. Just shake it up, shake it up. 3 digits are a breeze. If you don't know how to freeze, I will teach you how. I will teach you how. Your teacher is a pro. After this you'll know. Remember what I say. Remember what I say. When you add 2 digits, you always start in the 1 place. Next, go to the 10 place. Think this hard, well, let me show you how. Well, you start in the 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Then you go to the 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. I'm just gonna add. And shake it up, shake it up. If it's 9 or below, drop it low, low, low. If it's 10 or above, just shove, shove, shove. Get the problem right, then you know what to do. Just shake it up, shake it up. Shake it up, 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 shake it up. Okay, so watching this video, what do you think we might be learning about today?
Math. 2-digit addition.
2-digit addition. Very good, Janelle. That's exactly what we're going to be learning about today. Very good. Okay. So we're going to be learning about 2-digit addition using word problems. So I know you guys have learned in the past about window panes. Right? Okay, so we are going to be going a little deeper into that, and I'm going to be teaching you guys a strategy to help you when you're solving these 2-digit addition problems. Because I know on your homework you've been doing 1-digit, correct? You know, just like 1 plus 1 or 2 plus 3, stuff like that. So now, Owen, we're going to be learning 2 digits, just like we did in the video. So these are 2 things that we're going to be learning about today when we're working through these window panes. These are called strip diagrams, okay? And there's 2 different ones for addition problems. And we're going to be looking at these a little deeper. Yes, Janelle? these are strip diagrams, and I'm going to be showing you how to use them today, okay? Because I know that's a new word for you guys. So, but these are what they'll look like, and we're going to go through these a little bit more as I go throughout the lesson, okay? So, we are going to start by reading through this problem, and I'm going to show you guys how I'm going to want you to do these problems in the future when you have a problem like this. So first we're going to read it, and this problem says, JR has 25 pencils in his backpack, and his sister has 22 pencils, Julian, in his backpack. How many total pencils do they have? Okay, so this is another new strategy that I would like you to do when you're working through these word problems. And this is called a speed bump. Does anybody know what a speed bump is? Have you ever heard of them? Like, exactly. You have to slow down. Like when you're in the car, and they're usually like in parking lots and stuff, and there'll be a speed bump on the in the road. So when your parents are driving, they come up to the speed bump and they have to go slow, 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 and then they go over the speed bump, and then they keep driving. So that's kind of what it's going to be like when we're solving these problems. We're going to put speed bumps into our word problems. So we know that we need to slow down and look at the information. Okay? So we put speed bumps in our word problems usually at commas, at the word and at a period. We also put them at the very end where there's a question mark. Okay, so let's reread through this problem again and see where we might put our speed bumps. JR has 25 pencils in his backpack. Oh, and I got to a comma, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put a speed bump there. And I'm going to keep reading. And his sister has 22 pencils in her backpack. Oh, and I came to a period. So I'm going to go ahead and put a speed bump there too. How many total pencils do they have? Oh, there's a question mark. I'm going to put another speed bump. Okay, so now we're going to start filling out our window pane. And you guys are already a little bit familiar with this. So in this first box, we put the question. So what are we trying to figure out? What are we trying to find?
How many pencils they have altogether?
Thank you, Jaden. That's exactly what we're trying to find. How many total pencils they have. So we are going to be finding, sorry about that. We are going to find total pencils. Okay, and now we are going to move into the next box. And this is where our strip diagram is going to go. But first, we're going to go back to the problem, and we're going to figure out what we're going to find. What were we even looking for? What information do we have? Okay, so I'm going to go through it. So we have JR, and he has 25 pencils in his backpack. And we stopped at the first speed bump. Is there any other information I need to know in there?
Yes.
Yes? What do you think we might need to know? We have JR and that he has 25 pencils.
His sister and...
Oh, that's where we would go to the next speed bump. So we would go and we're going to read, and his sister has 22 pencils in her backpack. Oh, and there's a speed bump. So now we stop and we go back to the sentence and we read, and you're right, his sister, she has 22 pencils in her backpack. And then we have how many total pencils do they have? And we put that in this first box. So now we're going to write down what information we know. So we know that JR and his sister, they both have pencils. So we're going to put, we have JR and sister, we're going to put pencils. That's what they have. Looking back at our examples, this is labels on. Let's figure out what we're going to use them. So this first one says, if you have two different people or you have two different items, you would use this problem. And this one down here would be if you have one person or one item. Do we have two different people or two different items in this problem? Yes, we do. And we have his sister. We use this very top one as to help us solve this problem. So we already have our names, which would go right here. And now we have to draw the box to represent how many pencils they have. So to start off with, I'm going to go ahead and make them the same size. Now, going back through the problem again, how many pencils does JR have?
25.
He has 25. So we're going to make sure we label our diagram with 25 on the very top. Now, looking at past the first speed bump to the second one, his sister has how many pencils?
22.
Is that more or less than 25?
Less.
Less. Is that a lot less or just a little bit less? It's a little bit. So, to show our diagram, to make the boxes represent as closely as possible about how much they are, so we have 25, and we're going to make this box a little bit smaller to show that she only has 22, and that's not the exact same amount as 25. And I labeled it up here, 22. Okay? So we are trying to find the total number of pencils. So when you add these together, what are you going to get? Okay? So now, play. So our first number is 25. And we're going to move down to this third box because this is where we show our actual math problem, the work we're doing. 22. We're going to do, and we're going to write it this way so it helps us see it a little bit better. So 25 plus 22. And then this is when we're solving two-digit addition problems, this is how I want you to do them. We're going to put a line right down the middle, okay? And that helps us see where our different place values are. We have our ones place, and what's over here? Tens place, right. So think back to when we were doing all of the, like the base 10 blocks and all those different things. Where did we always start? In the ones place. Good. So that's exactly where we're going to start with this too. We're going to go to our ones place, and we have 5 plus 2. That's equal to 7. Now that I've solved my ones place, I'm going to go over to my twos place, Jaden. Jaden, what do I get when I add 2 plus 2? 4. Good. So my answer is 47. What do I have 47 of?
You have 42. You have 42. You have 7 ones.
Right, exactly. And I have 47 pencils. So, yes, exactly. So I'm going to write 47 pencils. So I know what my number means. Because if I just have a number, I could have 47 birthday cakes or 47 dogs. I don't know. So that's why I have to label it. So I know when I look back at my answer, oh, I have 47 pencils. Okay. So now over here, we're just going to write down what we did. So in this problem, I just added. I added 25 and 22 and got a sum of what?
47.
47. I got a sum of 47. And that's it. And that's how you would fill this out. Okay? So, because you guys are behaving so well, we are going to have a very short brain break. Okay? But we have to remember our rules for brain breaks, which means there's no yelling out, There's no going, like being super loud and going crazy. There's no talking. Right. Where do we stand when we do our brain break? At your seat, right. And if you're at these back tables, you can stand in front. You have a little bit more room because I know it's a little tight back there. Okay? So quietly walk towards your desk and get ready for your brain break. And it's going to be very short, okay? But you guys are doing such a great job. I really think you deserve it. Oopsie.
Time for a shake break. Okay, follow my lead. Here we go. Shake, shake, everybody shake now. Jump, 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 jump off the ground now. Shake, shake, everybody shake now. Jump, 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 jump off the ground and turn around. Shake, shake, jump, jump, jump. Shake, shake, jump, jump, jump. Shake, shake, shake. Jump, jump, to jump. Shake, 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 shake. Jump, 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 jump. Turn around.
Very good. You guys did great. Now that you got some of your wiggles out. Okay, now listen very carefully, Beckham. I want all eyes up here. Okay, this is what you're going to do next. You're going to take a pencil and your clipboard, and you're going to come back to the floor. Okay, let's see how quietly you can do this. I think you can do it silently. Oh my goodness, thank you. Thank you, Janelle. I love how you have a bubble in your mouth. Oh my goodness, I'm so impressed. Wow. William, can you come on this side so you can see a little bit better, please? What, honey? It's still recording. Okay. William, I would like you to come. If you guys can scoot in a little bit, I really want you to be able to see the board super good. So, William, do you mind coming and sitting by Jaden, please? Thank you. Marina, I would like you to come sit in front of Ruby, please. Okay, so I'm going to be passing this paper. I'm going to pass it to the people in front, and they're going to pass it back. I want you to put this on your clipboard, and I'll explain what we're going to do with this in a minute, okay? Should be enough. Here, William, just give you one. And then you can pass these back to me, Jaden. There you go. Okay. Brianna, do you think that's a good seat for you? Do you think you're going to get distracted there? No? You think you can handle it? Okay. All right. Now, this problem, does it look a little bit similar to the one that we just did? Yeah, it looks a little bit similar. So what we're going to do is this one we're going to do together, okay? So whatever I'm writing up here or whatever is written up on the board, we're going to copy down onto this paper, okay? So we're going to read together. Andy has 36 dimes. He found 3 more dimes on the sidewalk. How many dimes does Andy have now? So what's the very first thing that we just learned today that we're going to put in our problem, Ruby? Speed bumps. Excellent. We're going to go through and put our speed bumps. So I'm going to start reading, and you tell me when you think that we might need to put in a speed bump, okay? Andy had 36 dimes. Speed bump. Excellent. Go ahead and put in your speed bump. All right, we're going to keep going. You say speed bump when it's time to put in another one. He found 3 more dimes on the sidewalk.
Speed bump.
Good. How many dimes does Andy have now?
Speed bump.
Oh my goodness, you guys got this. You guys are pros. Great work. Okay, so now that we found our speed bumps, we're going to look for the question for our opinion. So who can tell me what our question is going to be? Janelle?
How many dimes does Andy have now?
Very good. So how many dimes does Andy have now? So can I have somebody come and write that in my very first box over here? He's sitting very quietly. Let's see. William, you think you can do it for me? All right. Write my question for me. That's good. Yeah, great work. Give me a thumbs up if you agree.
I can't.
Oh, you can't see? Perfect. Let me see.
Wait.
All right. Do you guys agree that this is what we're looking for? How many dimes?
Yeah.
Thumbs up or thumbs down? Thumbs up? Good. We are. We are looking for how many dimes Andy has now. Okay. So let's read through the problem one more time. Andy had 36 dimes. He found 3 more dimes on the sidewalk. How many dimes does Andy have now? Okay, and let's look back at this these 2 examples, because our next one that we're going to be filling out is our strip diagram. So, do we have 2 people? Well, just ignore that part. But do we have 2 people or 2 items in our problem?
No.
No.
Yes. No.
We have 1 person, but what is he looking for? Or what he has dimes. Is he only have dimes in both? Look at your paper. Does he have anything other than? So it's 1 person and it's 1 item. It's Andy and he has dimes. So we're going to use this diagram to help us solve this next problem. Okay? So we had how many dimes? That was our question. And we have Andy. We're just going to put an A for Andy because to say for short. Exactly. So Andy and dimes. So let's go back through our problem and read to our first speed bump. Andy had 36 dimes, and we have a speed bump. So we're going to draw a box to represent how many dimes he had. So just like on the first problem, you're going to draw a rectangle. And what are you going to label it? At the top, what's 36? Great. He had 36 dimes. Now, let's read through our next speed bump. He found 3 more dimes on the sidewalk. We stopped at our next speed bump. So we're going to add a little bit because he just found 3 more. So that's not a whole bunch. We don't need to draw a really big box or anything because he only found 3. And am I going to label this? Do you guys, what do you think?
Yes.
Yes, what am I going to label it with?
3.
3. Very, very good. So we're going to put a 3 up here. Now, we're looking for how many dimes he has now. So, we're going to need to add these two together. So we're going to put, this is called a bracket, and we had it in our last problem too. A bracket to show that they're being added together. And we're going to put a question mark because right now we don't know how many he has altogether yet. We haven't solved our problem. Okay? Give me a thumbs up if you're ready to move on. If you're still working. Great. All right. So now we're going to go down here and we're going to do our double digit addition. So what's the first, oh, you know what? Why don't I have somebody come here and set it up for me? Let's see. Ruby, would you like to come up here? Go ahead and set this problem up for me. Well, let's just set it up. Excellent. Good job. We're going to add this little bar down here so we can separate our work. Very good. So she had 36 plus 3. She remembered to put her line down the middle, separating her place values. Okay? So, now I would like someone to show me how we would solve this. Jace? Where are we going to start, Jace? In the ones place. Okay, good job. Go ahead and give me a thumbs up, or I'm not sure if you agree with his answer. We have 36 plus 3 equals 38. It's close. It's really close. That was very close. Good effort. That was a good try. So when we add 6 plus 3, that actually equals 9. Very good. Thank you, Jace, for coming up and giving that a try. That's okay. We all make mistakes. Miss Walker still even makes mistakes. And we learn from them. Exactly. Okay, so we have 36 plus 3 equals 39. Now, what do we do in the fourth box? Janelle? We write what we did, how we solved the problem. So, what did we do? Can someone tell me what we did? Beckham? Great, that was excellent. So Beckham said that we added 36 and 3. We added 36 and 3 to get a sum of 39. Very good. And give me a thumbs up so I know you're ready when you're finished writing. Yes, Becky?
What about 36 times at the bottom of the answer?
Oh my goodness. See, Miss Walker just made us a little mistake, and Beckham caught it. What did I forget on this part of the problem? What did I forget to add? Yes, Jace? What did I forget to write at the bottom? Oh my goodness. Yes, Jaden?
36 dimes.
36 dimes. Exactly. Or sorry, 39 dimes, because we have a total of 39 dimes. So don't forget, at the bottom, you're going to write, well, I'm going to put it off to the side so you can see it, but you write it underneath. 39 dimes. Because that's what I found. Thank you so much for pointing that out. 39 dimes. I found 39 dimes. Very good. Okay. So, now, we are going to do another problem, and this time you're going to get to work with a partner.
Yes.
But I'm going to get to pick your partner.
Oh.
I know. We're going to pick a partner, and you're going to get this piece of paper. Each person's going to get this piece of paper. It's got a front and a back, and it has problems that look exactly like this. But you only have to do one for now.
Yay.
So you and your partner, you're going to either pick the front side or the back side, and you're going to have to show me all of your strategies. So you're going to have to show me your strip diagram. You're going to have to show me your speed bumps and all your work, okay? So when I give you this piece of paper, you and your partner, you may go find a place in the room to quietly work. We're not going to get loud. We're not going to be running around. You guys are just going to work very quietly in your groups. And when you've finished, go ahead and raise your hand, and I'll know that you and your partner are done. And if I'm working with another group, you can just go ahead and maybe start on the back, on the second problem, and I'll just look over your first problem, okay? Everyone got it? Got it. All right. Paige, can you pick a partner? And okay, and really quick, go ahead and pause real quick. You can use this with your partner, the example that you just did. So you can take your paper off, put your clipboard back in your desk, and bring your blue paper with you, okay? So, but whenever I assign you a partner, just move whenever I assign you a partner, Hannah. Okay, let's see. Drew, you can pick a partner. Let's see who's quiet. Ruby, you may pick a partner. Actually, I think I gave you 3. Owen, you may pick a partner. Jace, you may pick a partner. Yes, you're going to give the other one to your partner. Okay, let's see. Janelle, you may pick a partner. Jaden, you may pick a partner. Beckham, you may pick a partner. And Brooke, you may pick a
Staff,
partner.
we will be starting our Secure the Building and Lockdown in just a few minutes. If you've not already had an opportunity to
Brianna,
go
you
over
may
the
pick a
two
partner.
drills with your classroom, if you would
Vivian,
do
you may
so
pick a
at this
partner.
time.
Do you have
We'll
any
be
of the
performing
numbers?
Secure the Building and then Lockdown.
Looks like you and Christine are together. All right, you may get started. You are going to have 5 minutes to complete this. Yes. What, honey? No, you're using dry erase markers. Yes. Oh my goodness, I love how that looks, guys. It's looking great.
26.
How many points?
2
Good. Very good.
I guess you have points together, I guess.
I love the thinking, Hannah. Very good.
Yeah, this size points.
I'm going to be handing out a tissue. You and your partner are just going to share a tissue and you need to erase.
All together? Is that what you're trying to do? Okay, now what do we
Oh my goodness, Marina, I love how you're showing your work like that. You got that one. Looking great, guys. I love how you're showing your thinking.
So let's start with two library books.
And
So we need to be 25.
you go, girl. Alright, let me see. What do you guys have? Where's that at? Mike and Bruce? Okay, so what are you guys looking for in the problem? Well, what do you write here? Good. Very good. You guys working on them here? How many pages? Excellent.
All right, boys and girls, we are now going to begin our 2 drills. Remember, these are only for practice. This is not real, but it is practice in case it ever did happen. But boys and girls, we are just always want to be prepared. All right, our first one is secure the building. So boys and girls, remember, anytime we do have a drill of some sort, you want to be as quiet as possible because you always want to be able to hear what your teacher or staff member is saying in the building. So someone would come on and say we have an intruder outside on the front part of the building. So we are going to secure the building. So if I say that we have someone in the front of the building, then it would be safe for our portables. It may or may not be safe, actually. We would assess it. But at this time, we are going to say that it is safe for the portables to move inside. So all students and staff will be moved into the main building. If anyone was on the playground, you would come inside the building. If anyone was out back during PE or any type of large group, you would come inside as well. So assigned staff would have secured the exterior doors and have posted signs, and then different employees will be going through monitoring the hallways. So at this time, I need all staff and students in the portables. If it is safe for you to move inside, so I want you to move inside to your designated areas. Now remember, during Secure the Building, we do not have to go into lockdown mode. So we don't have to be hiding, turning off lights, closing the blinds, that sort of thing. None of that has to happen. So that's only in a lockdown. So right now, we would just continue business as normal, but we would have our outside portables move into the building. It's safe to do so. And so we are saying it's safe to do so. So at this time, everyone should be moving from the portables, but everyone else should be continuing class as usual. No students should be in the hallways or the bathrooms because you want to make sure that your teachers have an eye on all of their students.
So you have to make it like a bracket here and a question mark.
Very good.
And make ones and tens.
Good.
So Mike scored 32 and Chris scored 26. And 6 plus 2 equals 8.
Good.
And 3 plus 2 equals 5. So we know that our sum is 58.
My goodness. And how did you know, where did you start when you were solving that double-digit problem? Where did you start adding? Which place did you start adding when you came down here? Did you start here or here?
I started here.
Well, we should make sure that we always start in the ones place, but this is correct, okay? Very good work. I love how you guys showed your thinking. Now, if you, since you're finished, you can clear this off and you can work on the other side, but I don't have to check that one, okay? Very good. Oh my goodness, who else is finished? Beckham and Owen? All right, can you guys explain to me how you did this one?
So how many points altogether? And
So how did you know you used this diagram?
because there was like two people and two numbers.
Very good.
And so after we did that,
All right, boys and girls, nice job. I appreciate how quiet everyone is coming into the building. Okay, boys and girls, so that was secure the building. Now, in the case of a lockdown, it is a little bit different because a lockdown would actually mean there was an intruder inside of the building. So if that were the case, the staff would assess the situation and, if need be, leave the building to go to Aragon or leave the building to go to a safe area. But we are, just for today's purposes, if there was a situation and everyone needed to stay put, then we would immediately begin the procedures to report the emergency. Any staff member at this time would be able to come over the intercom. That's what the numbers are that are in your white phones, teachers. You've been trained on that to let everyone know that there was an intruder in the building. So at this time, there's an intruder in the building. We are going to pretend, this is only pretend, boys and girls. So that means we're going to turn off the lights, make sure all blinds are closed, if there are blinds in your room. If you cannot lock your classroom door, then you need to move underneath the desk in a safe area and just remain as quiet as possible. You should have as little movement as possible. No one should be in the hallways. And teachers, if you are on your conference time, then you would at this time move to where your students are and assist others as needed. So we're going to give a few minutes just to get in position for that.
Go ahead and get under the desk, boys and girls.
And then I will come on in just a bit and call the all clear. Nice job, boys and girls. We have it all clear. You did a fabulous job. Thank you for remaining so quiet. Boys and girls, that completes our drills for this semester, except for our fire drills. You know, we have one every month, but we've already had ours for the month of October. So we will do the same drills again in the spring, but that completes our drills for this semester. Thank you guys, and have a marvelous Monday.
Okay, boys and girls, get back to work, please, quietly. I'll be right there with you guys, okay? You were down here. Where did you start when you were over here? So where did you start adding them? Where did you start adding? And then where did you go, Owen? After you added the ones, where did you go next? And this looks great. I love the explanation. I'm gonna go check somebody else. You can wipe this off and start in the back. I won't check that one, okay? Great work. I'll be right with you guys, okay? Okay. Boys and girls, all eyes on me real quick. You did a wonderful job during the drills. If you're waiting for me to come check your work, you can go ahead and start on the other side that you didn't do, okay? And I will get to you as soon as I can. Okay. Okay, so what did you guys do on this one?
We added 32 and 26 to get a total of 58.
Very good. So where did you start when you were adding down here with these double digits? In the one place. So I would make one small correction. I like how you did your bracket up here, but when we're using this diagram, you're actually going to connect both of these right here. And then you would hit your question mark, because you're seeing this plus this added with this, what's that going to be? Okay? And this looks great. My goodness, you guys did such a good job. Good. That's really good. Yep, so you can go ahead and erase that side and start on the other side. All right. You guys are ready for me to check you over here?
Yes.
You guys did. Okay. So you started with Jenny read 2 library books. Okay, so it's one person and one item. It's got the pages. So, did you guys use that second diagram? It looks like you kind of did.
Yeah.
So
It's because in the book, she read 2 books. So I had to read 2. So she read 2 books. So we did one for each book.
Yeah. So this was actually a little bit confusing. Well, you know what? This is similar to how you would do it. Yes. I actually. You could have used either one. This one. So, you know what the only thing? Oh, you got it on yours. Yeah. Just make sure that when you do your diagram, see how Jaden added his numbers over here. Just make sure you add your labels and your numbers to this one. Okay. But otherwise, this looks really great. So when you guys started adding, where did you start adding? Did you start adding in the one place or the two place? In the one place. That's great. Good work. Good job. I love it. Can I check you guys already? No? Let's see. Okay. Good. This all looks good. When you got down here, where did you start adding? The ones place. Good. And this is the exact, I love the labels. Very good. You put in your speed bump. Excellent. All right, girl. Let's see.
The marker's a little bit fat.
That's okay. This looks good. Okay, so it looks like you guys used the correct diagram. Where did you start adding? When you got down here, where did you start adding? Very good. In the ones place, right?
Oh, yeah.
In the ones place. This looks great. You put all your speed bumps in the right spot. Good job. Right, boys and girls, raise your hand real quick if I have not checked your paper. Okay. I'll be right. Yes. You may erase that. Yes. Okay, you ready for me to check, ladies? All right. Good. Okay, so why did you guys decide to pick that diagram? There's two people. Yep. Very good. Right. And where did you start adding when you got down to here? You started adding in the ones place? That sounds good to me. Very good. This looks great. All right, and you guys can go ahead and erase this side, and you can keep working. We're almost done. All right. Ready for me to check you over here? Oh wait, I did check you guys. I think you were one of the first ones. We'll talk about it again. All right, Marina. Where did you start adding when you got down here? Good. You guys did a good job. Very good. All right. You guys finished over here?
Yep.
All right. So, how come you guys decided to use this diagram?
Because there's two people.
There's two people. Very good. And when you guys got down here, Drew, where did you start adding? What place? What place value? Which place did you start adding? The ones or the tens?
The ones.
The ones. We always start in the ones, right?
Right. And you go up to down.
You go up. Yep. Start from the top and go down to the bottom.
And right to left.
Very good. Great explanation. You can go ahead and do the other side while we're still working. All right, ladies. Ready for me to check? Alright, let's see. So, why did you guys decide to use this diagram? Why did you decide to use that one and not the other one?
Because this one had 2 digits and the other one had 1 digit.
Well, it also had two people, right? It had Mike and Chris in it. Yeah, so that's why you did that. And make sure, though, when you do these, don't forget your bracket to show me that you're adding these two, and you'd put a question mark right here. Because we want to know this, when it's connected and when it's added to this, how much does that equal? So, good, Janelle, I see it on your paper. Make sure, too, you put this line down the middle so you can see this is my ones place and this is my tens place. So, when you girls started adding, where did you start adding? In the ones place. Good. Very good. That's where we always start in the ones. Very good, ladies. You can erase and do the other side. Alright, is there anybody else I have not checked? Brooks, have I checked you guys? No? Let me go ahead and check you guys. Alright. So, why did you guys decide to use this diagram?
No paper.
This one has one person. That diagram. Right, exactly. So you used it because it was one person, right? Good. And so when you started adding these, where did you start adding them? Place. One to the 10.
We added up all one.
You started adding up the ones? Excellent. Very good. Okay, boys and girls, have I checked everyone at least one of their problems? Yes? Okay, listen very carefully. All eyes on me. Put your markers down. I need all eyes on me. Come over here. Okay, this is what you're going to do. You're going to erase both sides, wherever you have writing, on your paper. Make sure you put the cap back on your marker. And then you're going to turn this paper, the paper you're writing on, you're going to turn it into the basket. Okay? And then you're going to come back down to the floor in a circle. All right, quickly and quietly. Make sure you throw your tissues away.
Tissues away. That means a blue light, my hand.
break, William. All right.
Walkie, walkie.
Oh my goodness, thank you to Scene and Marina for being ready on the floor. It's okay if you're not finished. Jaden. Quickly and quietly, I'm waiting on the floor. William. Come here, please. We run in the classroom. Why don't we run in the classroom? You might trip and you might fall, and I don't want you to hurt yourself, so please walk to the trash can. Okay, we might have to make the circle a little bit bigger, so scoot back. You're going to put that in the basket. Who is working at table 2? And I still see a tissue and I still see a paper on the table, so can somebody, whoever was working at table 2, please go take care of that. Okay, I'm going to sit right here. Okay. As soon as I have everyone down on the floor, we'll continue. All right. We're going to have to scoot back. We still have a few friends that are going to need to join our circle. No Marina and no Owen, please. Jaden. No, sir. It's okay. No, I know. They'll come and get it. Want to sit next to me, William? All right. Okay, boys and girls, whenever we can get started. Who was working at table 1? They left the paper. Just hold on to it for now. Okay. Come on, Beckham. You don't need anything. Alright, why don't you squeeze in next to Owen? Can you guys back up a little bit? Alright, so I am so impressed with how you guys were doing your work today. You did such a good job, and you really showed me how well you learned what I was showing you up there. You guys really must have been paying attention. So, what I want you to do is turn to the person next to you and tell them the 4 steps that you have to do when you're solving these word problems. Or tell them the 4 different the steps you do in the window pane.
Window pane?
You tell me. What do you do? What's the first thing you do?
Write how many steps you get to stop for anything about it. Then you write down. Isn't there 5 steps since you have to underline the speed bump?
I guess there is, but there's 4 window panes, but you can totally talk about the speed bumps. That's a good reminder.
And when you look for your answer, and when you get your answer, you move on to the word. And then when you're done, look at the top of the question and see if you've done all the speed bumps.
Very good, William. Okay, boys and girls, all eyes on me. All eyes on me. No more talking. Vivian. Brooke, can you scoot back so I can see that press circle a little bit better? Okay, so before we even look at the window pane, what's the very first thing that you do, Ruby?
You read the top thing and put all the speed bumps there.
Right, she says you read the word problem and you're going to underline the important information, but most of all, you're going to put your speed bumps, because that's going to tell you where you need to slow down and stop and read read that information, okay? Then, what's the next part? When we get to this window pane, what's the next thing we write, Sassine?
You write the details.
You write the details. You write the question. Can everyone see? Jaden? Julian? Can you see? Brianna, what's the next step that we do after we write the question? What's going to go in our next window pane? The problem, the strip diagram. And how many different strip diagrams do we have for addition?
Two.
We have two. So there's two different ones that you can use. There's two different strip diagrams. And what about down here in this third one? What do we do down here, Beckham? And so when we set up our double-digit problem, Vivian, where do we start? Where do we start when we're adding? Which place? Do we start in the tens or do we start in the ones? Where do we start? We start in the ones and then we go on to the tens. And don't forget to put your line that shows that's going to separate your values, your place values. And what's the very last thing that we do? Janelle?
What you did.
Right, exactly. You're going to write what you did, okay? Now, this is what we're going to do. We're going to quietly go back to our desks when I tell you to go. You're going to put your office up, and you're going to use that blue paper. You know that blue paper that we worked on and we did together up here, and you wrote on it? You're going to be able to use this on your test. It's like a quiz. I'm going to take a grade on it. You need to make sure you're showing all your strategies, your speed bumps, all these parts of your window pane, okay? But you can use the blue paper that we used and did together, but you need to go, okay, so go ahead and, yes, Ruby?
You forgot to say to label what you did, like, 25 pennies or, like,
Right. So, yeah, and so Ruby wanted to add when we do the problem down here, you write how much every tab. Make sure all your labels, make sure you label your strip diagram. You can't just have boxes. I got to know how many boxes is that worth? What are they even representing? Okay, so make sure you put all your labels. So you may go back to your desk, put your office up, and you may have your blue paper in front of you. And I'm going to walk around and give you your little quiz. Okay?
we go down back to our normal.
Yes, back to your normal spot.
So, this is my guiding.
So you go ahead and take that back to where you were working. There should be no talking. Julian, I need you to take your binder off your desk, please. What are we going to be? What are the two things we put on the very top of our paper? Your name and ID number. Please do not forget your ID number. If you would like to write the date, you can also write the date. But I'm looking for your name and your ID number. Yes. You may. Brooks, did I get your paper? There should be no talking. Go ahead and see if there's one right there. There's not. You can grab it out of this. Yes, Chase. Very quickly, yes. Chase. Here you go. You're welcome. Go ahead and get started if you haven't already and show all your strategies. I'm looking for all your work. Does everyone have a paper? Yes?